Hi, how's it going, boss? My name is Jedediah Stevens, and here's my presentation in regards to which email provider I think our company should transition to for the future. And the two email providers that I studied were Gmail and Outlook. Those are two of the mainstream email providers for today. So here's some information on the two email providers, and hopefully I'll be able to let you know what's the best one by the end of this presentation. So here's some of the factors that I chose to examine for this presentation, and there are four of them. So one is the interface of the two providers. The second is the security of the two providers. The third is a comparison of the numbers between the two providers, so who's using what. And lastly, what is the connectivity of the two providers. So how do you connect to your various accounts through these two providers. So to begin, I'm going to start talking about the interface. So this is the interface for Gmail. And all the studies that I've done, and just by examining of the interface, it's kind of cluttered, it's a little messy, and of course I'll be providing all these slides for your viewing later on. But it's a little messy, it's a little cluttered, and it's a little confusing to figure out. By comparison, this is Outlook, which has a much cleaner, simpler interface, and it seems as though it's very relatable, it's very instinctive, you just jump right on and you start working. So the interface, definitely Outlook has the advantage as to this comparison. The security, through all my research, I've found that the security is almost identical. They both have a two-step authentication, for the two companies, and they're both very secure. So I don't think that security is really balanced in either way. Both of these providers would give us an equal amount of security. Moving right along, here's some of the numbers as to who is using which type of account. So as you can see, Gmail actually has a pretty significant advantage at 425 million users. So a lot of people are using Gmail, whereas Outlook is just catching on. Hotmail, which is sort of like the simpler form of Outlook, has 360 million users currently, and Outlook, this newest program that we're looking into, has about 10 million users. So it's definitely lower. So that's just sort of a comparison of the numbers. And lastly, I looked into the connectivity of the two providers, and Outlook has greater connectivity with the programs such as Office 365, which a lot of work could be done on, so that would be Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and it also is directly connected to Skype, so I think that would be really useful for our employees to relate to customers and be able to communicate with them face-to-face as opposed to relying on phone calls. Whereas Gmail provides access to Google Drive, Calendar, and Google+, which are granted useful, but in regards to relating to and talking to customers, it definitely seems that Outlook has the greater connectivity. So my conclusions was that Outlook seems to be the best. It seems to be instinctive. It seems to be easy to use, something that our employees can segue right into, whereas with Google it's a little more confusing to figure out at first. And it gives an equal security system to Gmail, so there's really no comparison there. And it offers greater connection with various accounts, like Office 365, which allows easier working space. So again, that would be Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And it has connection to the Skype program, which is actually really useful in relating to customers. So again, I find that Outlook is the better choice for our company moving forward. I hope you found this presentation helpful, and I hope you have a great day.